Good morning, everyone. This is Narada Rishi Raja with expeditiousfool.com, putting mindfulness in motion. And I'm here again for your advice from the Gita for the day. This is becoming one of my favorite parts of the day. I get to share the Gita with everybody else. So let's jump right into it. All right, what we have today, we have Rare Souls is the card. So this is chapter 7, verse 3. Of many thousands of men, one will attempt to reach perfection. And of the few who reach this goal, only a rare soul will perhaps know me as I am. What's this talking about? It's talking about bhakti. My favorite translation of bhakti is devotional consciousness. A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada uses devotional service, which that one works as well. But devotional consciousness I like better because we're always in service, whether we know it or not, whether we're enjoying the experience or not, right? So this devotional consciousness, the deeper understanding you have, the more evolved your devotional consciousness is, the more evolved your bhakti is, the more perceptive and receptive you are to experience God source. So what does that mean? There's another section in the Gita where Krishna mentions that he will match all of his followers cent per cent. That means if you give $1 worth of bhakti, $1 worth of devotional consciousness, meaning $1 worth of your time and your day to God source, to understanding and realizing that none of this is real and that's real. You give $1 worth of your time to that, then God source, in this case, we're talking about the Gita, so we'll use Krishna. Then that Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, goes, oh, okay, awesome, here's $1, right? If you look at that Godhead as a friend, right, then it looks at you as a friend, right? It will match you equally. And that's why all of the wise sages and everybody that's transcended suffering has talked about constantly thinking of this Godhead, keeping your mind solidly focused on the spiritual, that we're not the body, we're not the mind, and we can't root in any of this. The reason why spiritual traditions have renunciation, it's all because it's a matter of the amount of bliss you can experience, the amount of God you can experience, get to know, love, hear, etc., really hear, is based upon the amount that you can give out. That's why it's evening out of karma process, working out that way you can give more devotion, you can give more surrender, you can give more love. You get what you give, right? You get where you're resonating at. And also it's the same reason why when we get so despondent, it's so hard to see that higher power. Because we're completely covered in delusion when we start lamenting. If we lament, if we grieve, if we feel the bad, that just means we're not close enough. There's this theory that I explained called the core truth, and if y'all want to hear it, by all means, put it in the comments, and I might do a video on it. But whenever I break this down for people, it explains happiness and suffering and things like that on a deep, deep level. And the Cliff Notes version of it, the short version, is essentially the closer you are to that original God source that you came from, the more bliss you experience. That's it. In this body, that's our experience. The closer that we get to that, we experience that. The further we get from that, the more suffering we experience. And we may go multiple different places on that line till we get to that core, but that's the whole game. So rare persons, rare souls go all the way. Rare souls don't care about any of this anymore. Those are the people that can truly understand spiritual truth and then start teaching it. is those rare souls that have fully surrendered. Truthfully, though it's allowed a lot of techniques to survive, one of the most detrimental things is people that are not these rare souls that are teaching spirituality, that are teaching religion. Because these rare souls understand that religion is just a technique. These rare souls understand that even your techniques, if they aren't rooted with absolute devotion, they're just going through motions. They understand a lot of these things because they're able to take back. They also don't judge because they're able to see the beauty in all, these rare souls. The thing I'm here to tell you is you are definitely capable of becoming a rare soul. It's just a matter of understanding the situation, and I'm telling you right now, it's a matter on how receptive and perceptive you are to what I'm saying. Krishna will match you %, meaning however much faith, however much devotion you give, however many of your decisions that you make solidly for the pleasure of God's source and nothing else, not your own desires, not your own wants, for the service of God's source. The more that you do that, the more bliss you experience. Somebody that has transcended suffering, somebody that is no longer rooted in this physical, I can tell you I experience a bliss that I didn't think was possible. And coming from my background, I had suicidal ideations from age 8 up into my 30s. I didn't even know what happy was. Now, the amount of bliss that I feel is the only thing that really, really matters. And that's what I can teach everybody. All right, everybody. Have a great day on purpose and stay mindful. I hope this helps. If you want to schedule a session with me, you know what to do. Send me a message. Again, have a great day on purpose. Namaskaram.